Hey guys, Furum here, and today I am going to be showing you the Cadillac 16 concept. You will see what happens in this clip later in the video. So this is one of the biggest cars in the game. Just recently I collected enough licenses for it. I will put the video in the description of me winning this car if you would like to check that out. So I figured it would be an interesting idea to multiplayer tune this car and see what happened. So my rank is 1662 and my tuning is 0400, and in Pro Kits we have 0040. Now this may not seem like it's upgraded very much, but since this car's starting rank is so high, you cannot upgrade it much without going past 1670. So this was the first race I ever tested with this car in multiplayer. It speeds up extremely slowly, even with triple tapping, as you can see here. Its nitro efficiency when triple tapping isn't that good either. Not only is its acceleration really bad, but its drifting and handling are also really bad. I tried to micro drift around this corner, and it just would not do it very well. One good trait about this car, and maybe its only good trait, is the fact that its nitro is very long-lasting when you do perfect nitro, not the triple tap nitro. So I am ahead of that Stoke that I knocked down a while back there, and the two cars ahead of me are a Trion Nemesis and a Veneno. Yes, a Trion Nemesis and a Veneno at this rank are ahead of me. That is how bad this car is. There will be many things in this video that will probably cause you to facepalm or cringe just how bad this car really is for multiplayer. Yeah, this is one of them. A nearly stock Trion Nemesis, as you will see at the end of the video, is pretty much the same speed as me. This Veneno up here has only a nitro starter on. He is just as fast as me, if not faster, and I have tuning kit and nitro starter. This car probably has one of the lowest speeds for this rank. It is 5 miles per hour slower than an MP48 at this rank. So really, the only good things about this car are that, well, number one, it's a trophy car. It's the highest mastery car reward. Number two, its perfect nitro efficiency is very good. And number three, it can be used for trolling. You saw a little teaser for that at the beginning of the video, and you will see more as the video goes on. So we are coming up to the end of the second lap. This Veneno has managed to stay ahead of me for the entire race. Not something you want to happen at this rank. You being double boosted and a Veneno with only a nitro starter is able to stay ahead of you for 2 laps. Yeah, and a Nemesis with like 1 or 2 upgrades applied. This car, there's not much I can say about it. So now for a race on Area 51 against a Camaro and a Sin R1. This car, when triple tapping at the beginning, starts up even slower than a Camaro. Yes, slower than a Camaro, one of the slowest accelerating cars in the game. When also it has a speed at this rank of about 40 miles per hour lower. I'm not even joking about that. The only common car around this rank not used by amateurs that you will really be able to beat is an MP48 if it is unboosted. Yes, this one here is lower ranked and unboosted, and I am managing to pass him. Yay! Not really. That's not much of an accomplishment. So coming up here, this Camaro actually got slowed down when going up these ramps, and believe it or not, I was actually slightly catching up to him for a little bit, which is very unusual in this car. Catching up and Cadillac 16 concept do not usually go together in a sentence. Unless you're saying you're catching up to a Cadillac 16 concept, which isn't going to happen either because, let's face it, nobody wants to use this car in multiplayer, and you will pretty much never see one. If you do, they will likely be a troll. In this long straightaway, I was very thankful for this car's really good nitro efficiency because I was able to get pretty much to the end without running out. So we have lost to a Sin R1 and a Camaro by quite a long shot, but we have beat an MP48, who, as you can see here, is lower and not boosted, and I was barely able to catch up to him. That's not good. So now for the next race, which is on Patagonia against a C63, a Trion Nemesis, and some other cars. Looks like a Savage Rival, who I was actually able to knock down. I'm not exactly sure what happened to him, but the Savage Rival actually has quite decent acceleration, but isn't good for multiplayer really at all. So yeah. There is a slight possibility that it is faster to go left here than right if you're in a bad accelerating car, because if you are not at your full speed when you go off a jump, you will not be accelerating when you're in the air as quickly as you would be on the ground if you're not up to your full speed yet. I hope that made sense. Now coming up here is one of the most facepalm moments in this video. So I was not aware that this car's handling was as bad as it was. I was turning fully to the right then. My car hardly turned and I did a forced barrel roll, landed on my top, and was put all the way back into third place. So now we come to the turn on Ice Cave, which I have talked about in probably a dozen of my videos or so. Left is better on slow accelerating cars and bad drifting ones, and right is better for fast accelerating cars and good drifting ones. It's pretty easy to tell which side of that scale this car falls on. Also, I was able to make this car purple. Finally! Not many cars have I been able to do that with recently. I'm looking forward to testing the Kawasaki bike in multiplayer. While it likely will be not very good, it is the only bike that you can make purple in the game. Now the other bike that's coming out in this update, the Aprilia something something, is even faster than the Hayabusa. So that will be really interesting. I assume it will be even better for multiplayer than the Hayabusa was, which was pretty good. If you haven't seen my video about that yet, be sure to check it out. It's very interesting, actually. At this point, I was getting pretty fed up with how this Cadillac 16 concept was performing in multiplayer. So I decided I would play one more race without doing any trolling, just to see if maybe this car would be able to redeem itself. Because that Veneno up there, well, guess what? He's the exact same Veneno that beat me earlier. He has only a nitro starter. He managed to beat me twice. A Veneno. Let that sink in. London seems to be a very popular track. This Westminster Bridge variant is the exact same one that I played in the first race in this video. So everyone starts up faster to me, it's no surprise. And guess what? There's a homage in this room. We all know how this is going to go. Something happened to him. And he somehow wrecked down here and got put back. So yeah, the homage is behind me, and there's only 2 cars ahead of me. And then one of the cars ahead of me wrecks up here, and there is actually only 1 car ahead of me then. So 3 out of the 5 people in this race have wrecked within the first 30 seconds. And this homage is the one right behind me. He was the first to wreck, but because the homage's speed is 40 miles per hour faster than me at this rank, he's obviously being able to catch up to me quite quickly and knocks me down. This was the last straw. In the next race, I decided I would do some trolling, because apparently that is really the only thing this car is good at. These were the 4 races I played in normal multiplayer races with this car, and they've not gone very well. I doubt I will probably ever use this car for anything except mastery and trolling again. So that car just ahead of me is a McLaren 570S. I do not have that car, unfortunately, but apparently it is even worse than this one because I have passed him. So in that case, I'm not entirely sure that I would want it anyway. So we have come in third, behind a homage and the same C63 that beat us in the previous race on Patagonia. But we beat a double-boosted 570S and an unboosted Max Pro McLaren P1, which is a very bad car for multiplayer, by the way. So now I decided, okay, let's do some trolling. I'm not even going to bother trying to come in first in this race because everyone, literally everyone, starts up faster than me, and nearly everyone has a higher top speed than me. And nearly everyone is able to handle better than me and drift better than me as well. So it's pretty much a lost cause trying to get first in this car. And all these races were actually recorded off-season as well when there was lower competition. Can you imagine what this would be like in normal season with all the Vulcans rushing around and stuff? It would not be pretty. Now, I do not recommend trolling any time except for off-season, because you could make some people really upset and they would avoid you, and it's just really not a good idea. I certainly, when I'm ticket racing, would not want someone to troll me and cause me to lose points because of that, so I just apply do to others as you would have them do to you to this, and I do not troll except for off-season, when nothing really matters. By the way, I don't think I've said this car's maximum speed yet at this rank. It's only 274. Coming up here above this hill is going to be the place where I will be doing my trolling. Since this car is so wide and the space is so narrow, you may be able to figure out what I'm going to do. Enjoy! If you would like to see how I managed to get enough licenses to get the Cadillac 16 concept, check out the video in the description, which I'm showing a clip of. So thank you all for watching. Please like the video if you enjoyed it and found it funny and helpful, hopefully, and consider subscribing and ringing that bell to see my Asphalt 8 videos right as they come out. So, I will see you all next time. Goodbye!